Hello Caribbean people, welcome to Cooking Caribbean with Chef Robbie. And the first thing in cooking, you need to have sharp knives. A dull knife will cut you quicker than a sharp knife. Your first tip, okay? And we're going to be giving a lot of tips on this segment. This is the very first segment of Cooking Caribbean with Chef Robbie. And today we're going to be doing a tuna experience. We're going to be doing about 3 or 4 different items with tuna fish. We have a nice mahi here. We have a nice black kawang or kuvali as you call it. They're all cleaned already. And a nice little tuna. Now we're going to take and fillet. So you're going to learn how to fillet a tuna. Break it down and use all the different parts of it. You can use the head for the broth. We can use the fillet for pan-seared tuna. We can use the other side of the fillet for a nice tuna tartare. Or we could do a nice curry tuna or a nice tuna avocado salad. So we're going to do a variety of things with the tuna fish. And the center bone, which is my favorite, we grill that and eat it or fry it, and it's excellent. So without further ado, let's fillet our nice tuna. So we're going to pick a tuna today for us to fillet. And first thing we do, we're going to cut that head off. So we cut the head off. And then with a very sharp knife, we just follow the contour of the bone, the backbone, and we just a nice little slit down the bone. So we just open it slightly, as you can see, and then we go again. Opens a little more. With a very sharp knife, it cuts beautifully. And then we ride the rib bones on the other side. And then we just go all the way through, and you have a nice fillet of tuna. Let's get the wing off. Okay, so how easy is that? You have a nice fillet of tuna. Perfectly done, all the meat gone, nothing on the bone. Although I like leaving a little on the bone so that I can grill it and eat it later. Take out the flanks, which is the underbelly. And let's fillet the other side one time. Let's put it here so that you can see what's happening. Let's run a sharp knife along the contour of the bone, the backbone, the center bone. It opens nicely, and we just pass the sharp knife very lightly, and it cuts through. Ride the rib bones onto the other side of the fillet. Okay, and we're done. Nice fillet of tuna. Let's get rid of these side bones there. All these little bits we can use for fish stock. Throw them in a fish broth, clean them out properly. Do a nice, so we have this lovely bone here, which is my favorite part of the tuna, believe it or not. I would take this part right here. Let's just cut that top section of bone out here. All this can go into a stock, might as well keep it. Now this season this up, flour it and fry it, and it's the tastiest eating you ever had. Or season it up nicely, onions, garlic, whatever, seasoning, some black pepper, and grill it. Whereas if you're on your grill, when you're grilling some other fish or whatever, and believe me, you'll enjoy eating this more than the actual fish. So, put my favorite part aside. Now we got the nice tuna fillets there, 2 tuna fillets. We're just going to run the knife down the center, along the center bone to get that bone out, so we have a nice boneless fish. Just around the hair and pull up the center bone. And we do the same thing here. Just run it along the center bone. Get the knife underneath that piece there and pull out, and we got it. And we have 2 beautiful fillets that we can use to do whatever we want. We can leave the skin on it because it's been cleaned, but for our purposes I'm going to get the fillet off so that we can do some pan-seared tuna fillet. Okay, so we just hold the skin and we just pull and let the sharp knife run under. We got a nice, all the skin off, nice tuna fillet. So a little skin stay back, let's just get rid of that. Okay, there. So we have 2 nice tuna fillets there. Now we're going to season, and we're going to do a pan-seared tuna with this. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to do some blackened tuna with one piece, and then we're going to do a tuna tartare with the other piece. Alright, some nice, 4 nice tuna fillets. Yeah. And the skin, we get rid of the skin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's get rid of our chopping board still. Good, so we got our lovely tuna fillets there. And we're going to do a seared tuna with this piece. We're going to do some tuna and anise sauce with this. And we're going to do a tuna tartare or a tuna ceviche with this little piece right here. So we're going to do 3 items with the tuna. We can also make a fish broth with the head and on the little body parts. We can also make some stock with it for us to use to cook something and give it even more flavor. And the list goes on with what you can do with tuna and all the different parts. So without further ado, we have a variety of spices here. We're gonna make a nice little blackened mix. Okay. With about 4 different spices. Any spices that you want, black pepper, a little curry, a little gram masala. If you're from Europe and you want a little oregano, whatever tickles your fancy, you can put in there. Okay, so we have a nice blend of spices. I'm gonna keep it simple, get it away from here. We're just gonna sprinkle it over our fish. It's about enough, we don't need too much, we don't want to make it too spicy or too clogged up with spices. It tends to, you know, get a little charred in the pan, and then the tuna is a little bitter with burnt spices all around. Just the right amount. Alright, so we put that away. Then we put a little garlic. Oh, we got some garlic. Just a little garlic. And I'm going to put a little bit of chives or tiramisu as we call it. And that's going to give it a nice increased flavor. Okay, so we have our pan-seared tuna here. Our pan is getting hot already for our tuna, for our pan-seared tuna. Okay, so now we're going to just dice up this piece here for our tuna in anise cream sauce. Okay, we're going to get this lightly seasoned, just a little salt and pepper, nothing too much, because the anise is going to be the flavor that we're going to be playing around with in there. There's my salt. Okay guys, and when we get back from our commercial break, we're going to do the pan-seared tuna. We're going to do some fish cubes and anise sauce, and an anise cream sauce, and then we're going to do a tuna tartare of this one. So this one is going to be raw, like a ceviche. This one is going to be pan-seared, and this one is going to be done in a cream sauce quickly. Okay. In goes our pan-seared tuna. Is our oil hot enough? A little water just to test. Okay, that should do it. Let's let it smoke a little bit. While it's smoking there, we're going to take our tuna fish for our tuna tartare, and I'm going to dice that up into some nice small pieces. Try and keep it as uniform as possible. Okay, some nice cubes of tuna into the bowl right here. And to that we're going to add some fresh scallions, or tiramisu as we refer to it here, the green and the white part of it. We're going to add a little pepper, a little black pepper, not too much. We're going to add a little bit of mango, little bits of mango, not too much. A couple little pieces of cucumber, just for a nice texture, difference in texture, so we have a little crunch. A little bit of tomatoes, diced tomatoes. Okay, and we put a little bit of oil in there. A little salt. I'm not going to put too much, I'm going to put just a tad of soy, very little. Just to give it a different dimension. And if you want that to taste oriental, you can add some sesame oil to it, or some peanut oil, whatever oil tickles your fancy. Now, we're gonna stir that bad boy up. Add some garlic to it, some fresh garlic. And my favorite, we're gonna put a little bit of seasoning peppers. We're going to put red, green, and gold so we get some nice color. And as we're doing this, you see our pan is smoking up nicely, so it means it's calling for the tuna to be seared in it. We have a nice medley of peppers there, tricolor. You could cut it uniform if you want to make it look, you know, pristine. You can cut it rough cut or provincial cooking, like I say. Get that in. And we have our nice tuna tartare. We let that marinate. And you can serve that on crackers. You could serve it and you can make a nice sandwich of that. You could serve it on top of a nice cucumber salad or a nice lettuce, you know, Caesar salad, whatever you want. This can be used in a variety of things. So you can have it just like this, you know, with a nice glass of wine or whatever tickles your fancy. Okay, so we're going to let it marinate there whilst we sear our tuna, and we're going to get back to it to plate it. So that can sit right there. Our pan is nice and hot, so we're going to sear our tuna. Oh. So all we do is just let that sear for about, let's say about 8 or 9 seconds on each side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. And we're ready to flip that bad boy over. Give that a nice flip over. You can see it's nice and seared already. Look at the lovely color in there. Beautiful. Let it sear a little more on the other side. Since it's such a thin cut of tuna, it's going to cook really quick. So we flip it onto the third side because it has like 3 sides because of the way it's filleted. And our tuna is ready for serving. Straight out of the pan. That's how the big hotels do it. Straight out of the pan, straight onto the plate. A nice little garlic butter sauce or a little lemon juice. Flip it over once more. Let's just make sure it's nice and here's a little piece that broke up. Let's taste that. Beautiful. It melts like a red snapper in your mouth when it's cooked so quickly. Okay, let's go. Nice piece of seared tuna. Let's turn the pan off. Got this one ready for the tuna and anise sauce. Okay, so we slice through this nicely. Slice through this nicely. Slice through this nicely. And look at the rawness in there. It's nice and raw. It's cooked all around to perfection. Nicely cooked all around. Nice soft little raw center, nice and red. I'll put a little garlic butter over that. You know, some nice fresh garlic butter. Not too much. And that's going to just ooze over because it's nice and hot. Fresh garlic in there. A little lime juice. Serve that with a little salad. I have a little salad that's been prepared there already. And we're good to go. Nice piece of pan-seared tuna with a little salad. I mean, we can make it look aesthetically beautiful. We can, you know, present it nicely. But hey, this is just showing you how to cook some nice tuna fish properly. Not overcooked like Caribbean people tend to, you know, cook tuna. It's usually like shoe leather when you get it in the little glass windows fried. You know, it's like rubber. This just melts in your mouth. I'm gonna have the first piece and I could just squeeze it on my palate and it will just melt. Gone. Absolutely beautiful. Can't stop eating. Now, let's just put this away. Now we're gonna do our tuna and anise sauce. Put in some fresh onions. As the tuna cooks really quick, I'm gonna pretty much create the sauce before I even put the fish in. Put in some whites of the scallion. For this dish, we put very little spices and herbs and whatnot because the anise, you know, is going to be the strong flavor in there. Is going to be the accents we're looking for in there. That's going to be the controlling flavor in there, anise. And we have our anise right here. pastis, or you can use sambuca or whatever makes you feel happy. Now we're going to put a little bit of black pepper in there. I like the black pepper to raise the flavor. And a little bit of milk. Actually, let's give the tuna fish a little sear first, so that it develops some flavor. Where's our tuna? There we go. So now in goes our tuna. And that's seared nicely. We add the milk to that. Some salt. Okay, that's done. A little water. Okay, the pan was so hot that it's reduced the milk nicely. We don't even need to add any thickening agent to this. It's going to reduce on its own nicely. And then we slam that with a shot of, put a cap for now instead of just dousing it. And then we'll taste it to see if we need it any stronger than it is right now. And last minute we put in some tomatoes for color. Some nicely diced tomatoes. Cameraman, I hope you're getting this lovely color in there. It's a pity you guys can't get the aroma at home. There you go. Let's taste that, see how it goes. One of my favorite flavors. Fish and onion sauce. Do it with a little more salt. Salt brings out flavor. Don't be scared to use salt, guys. Salt brings out flavor. So here we go, a nice fish and onion sauce. And we're going to serve that right here. Get rid of all this. We have a nice fish and anise cream sauce. Absolutely beautiful. There it goes. So something different you can do with fish, or a variety of things you can do with tuna fish, as opposed to always frying it or grilling it, or whatever else we do with it. Good. So we turn our burner off. And we see how our marinated tuna is coming together. So we have our tuna and onion sauce. We have our pan-seared tuna right here. Let's put it this way so you can see the coloration inside. And we have our tuna tartare that we can probably serve with some fresh avocado. There we go. We have some avocado there. We can maybe do a nice slice of avocado. Fan that out here nicely. And put a little bit of tuna there on the top. Nice tuna tartare. And that we can eat with some toast, with some extra salad, whatever you feel like. Do a nicer presentation of it, do layers of it, maybe put it between slices of tomato, slices of cucumber salad, whatever you feel like. But here we go. We have 3 nice dishes you can prepare with tuna fish in a space of 10 to 15 minutes, and keep all your friends and family happy. Yeah. So guys, don't forget, Cooking Caribbean with Chef Robbie. Make sure you look out for the other segments. This is our fruit of the day, hog plum. And we've made some hog plum nectar. I've also made some hog plum juice that I'm drinking here, right here, for a little Chairman's Reserve. You got to marinate the chef, or else the food just won't taste right. Always remember, you need to marinate the chef. Still here with you, and we still got time to do a second item. You're getting 2 for the price of 1 today. How's that? So we're going to keep it quick and simple because our time is limited from what the cameraman says. We got to keep everybody happy and keep the sponsors happy also. So we have a nice lobster tail, half a tail, which I'm going to make a lobster salad with, okay? We're going to make a tropical fruit and lobster salad with a little avocado in it, okay? So for starters, we're going to get our bowl. And we're going to put our bowl right here on the stove. We're not going to use any fire. Actually, you know what? we're going to use a little fire. We're going to take, let's get this fire going here. And let's just roast this lobster, grill this lobster on the open fire. How's that? Just not grill, but roast. Pull it out of the shell, leave the shell on, and let's just roast it up a bit, yeah? Okay guys, this show is all about healthy eating. It's about helping to take down the import bill. It's about helping kids to eat healthy and so they can maximize their mental capacity, so we can have another Derek Walcott, another Alan Louisi. It's about going back to basics. In those hard economic times in the Caribbean, we need to start having the home garden, growing what we eat, eating what we grow, you know, doing everything that we used to do in the old days that kept us so healthy and kept, you know, our generation from getting cancer and all those ailments. So we have our lobster grilling here just to give it a nice char flavor. I'm going to just rest it there for a little bit. We got to start eating stuff like sugar cane, you know, one of my favorite evening desserts after I chill out and I'm ready to watch television. Instead of the Pringles and the nachos and all the different junk that we eat, you can eat some fresh cane. Eat some bread nuts. Eat some mangoes. Mangoes are in season. I eat 7, 9 mangoes when I'm done with my dinner. You know, it helps purge you properly. These are all the good old things that we used to do that we don't do anymore that we need to start doing. Okay? So, without further ado, we have our lobster there. We're going to chop it up and put some nice fresh fruit in there and get it going. Okay? Let's get this burner off. Get the bowl. We're going to add some cucumbers. Not much, just a little bit of cucumber. We don't have such a big piece of lobster, so we're just going to keep it small. We're going to add some fresh pineapple that we have diced here, a little bit of pineapple. We're going to add some fresh mangoes, and that's mango cayenne mixed with Julie mango. Okay, we're going to put in some fresh scallions. We're going to put in the green. Let's put all that in. We're going to put in a little bit of the white end, which has a stronger onion, more onion flavor. We're going to put in a little black pepper. We're going to put in some diced tomatoes. Yeah. And we're going to put in a couple slices of avocado. I like doing avocado fresh because it tends to oxidize when you have it in there too early. It'll get black and blue on you. So we do some nice little avocado chunks right here. And we're going to put in a little bit of watermelon also. A real nice medley of tropical fruits. Let's get into the garbage. So we do a nice little chunk of watermelon. Quickly. Nice across. Nice watermelon in there. Then we're going to put some golden apple. Some fresh golden apple in there. How tropical can we get, yeah? They couldn't put some golden apple in the States, could they? So we mix that up nicely. We get a little lime juice in there. Oops. The cameraman is giving me the time factor here. We got 4 minutes left. So we're going to put in some red, yellow, and green seasoning peppers, which is going to enhance the flavor of this salad even more. And when you're using seasoning peppers in anything, always try to use them last minute if they're being cooked. If they're not going to be used raw, use them last minute in your stews, your sauces, whatever. That's when you get the best results. So now we're going to dice our lobster. Cut it in some nice long wedges. We dice that nicely. Get it into our salad. A little olive oil. A little salt. So we get some salt going in there. And the last thing that we're missing that I'm thinking of is some thyme leaves, fresh thyme. Where did I have some thyme? Right here, I got some thyme. And we're going to do a segment strictly on herbs and all their nutritional values, their medical value. And we're going to put in some, you may think this is parsley, but it's cilantro. And we're going to put in some fresh cilantro to cap it off, and we're done. Don't you worry, cameraman, I'm right on the ball. So look at this lovely coloration in there. Panoramic colors, carnival colors. I should call that lobster carnival. Yes or no, guys? And we're going to serve that on a beautiful plate. Let's put it on the white plate so that the colors show. We can put the lobster shell in there. We'll put it afterwards. Or should we put it like this? Let's serve it like this. And we're going to put all the salad inside the lobster and let it run its way across there nicely. Nice lobster and tropical fruit salad. Voila! Couldn't ask for something nicer than that. You sit on with some nice garlic bread, maybe a nice, Caesar salad, and you're good to go. Caribbean people, Chef Robbie right here with you. Caribbean Cooking with Chef Robbie is the new program to start watching. It's going to be aired 3-4 times a week, so look out for it, and we love you guys.